Here at home, the security situation throughout the country is calm. We are, however, closely monitoring those who seek to cause trouble for our people, and we will firmly deal with them without fear or favor.
But you find groups which promote main pushed by foreigners, because we follow them through the intelligence channels, to create chaos, which of course will not happen in Uganda. There will be no chaos. Nobody will create chaos here. Whoever tries will end up badly, I can assure you of that. Because we have the infrastructure to ensure that there is peace. So therefore,
Gen.Muhoozi, the son of Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, has called out Larry Madowo. This is after Larry Madowo pointed out the post or the tweet Muhoozi wrote about killing the NUP so-called foot soldiers, because Muhoozi earlier wrote this: "We will kill on sight all NUP so-called foot soldiers until Mzee says otherwise." And then he wrote about, "We have killed 22 NUP terrorists since last week. I'm praying the 23rd is Kabobi." That's what he wrote. And it was reckless, so much reckless. Now, first of all, just going on social media and ranting and beating your chest how you have killed 22 people, as a leader, this is something, shows something different. And then Larry Madowo pointed that and wrote, "The son of Ugandan's president is tweeting about killing his father's main challenger who is in hiding." Now, that's when Muhoozi came and responded to Larry Madowo and said, "Why don't you call me my name Larry? How will you kiss the Mzungus in the USA pretending to represent us?" Now, Larry Madowo is on the spot of Muhoozi, and I don't know why always Muhoozi is like this. Sometimes I think maybe people from Uganda, tell me, is Muhoozi, is he right? Is he? Just tell me, because sometimes I fail to understand. Larry Madowo is not just another journalist, but he works with the international media. I don't like to give credits to those international media, but he works with international media, and his reports reach millions globally. That is the one thing. His reports reach millions globally. After Muhoozi threatened to unalive Kabobi or Bobby Wine, as he said, posting that as Larry Madowo, that means the world is watching. And this one is big deal. It's big deal because this is power versus journalism. A military general calling out a journalist sends a message that we are watching you. That alone raises concern about press freedom. It's the fear of narrative controls. The Ugandan establishment is highly sensitive to elections scrutiny, protest coverage, and claims of repression. So international journalism disrupt the official storyline. Now, Larry Madowo represents independent African journalism, represent global accountability, represent a voice that government can't easily silence. And calling him out was also a warning to others. If you call out Larry Madowo, what do you do to the local journalists? That means the local journalists will not present news as it is. They will not bring the news as it's supposed to be in the ground, because they fear Muhoozi will take them down. Now, let me talk about something here. Africa leaders often say that the West portrays Africa badly. I always say that too. They always focus on the negative thing. But again, we cannot fail to report to people what is happening on the ground, because there's some people who depend on this social media to know what is happening in their village, in their town, in that other town. We need to know that. The uncomfortable truth is that Africa is not portrayed badly because of journalism. Africa is portrayed badly because of bad leadership. It is not journalists who are portraying Africa bad, but our bad leadership, they are the one. Because no journalist causes rigged election, no journalist can causes detention without trial, no journalist kills the youths, no journalist causes youth unemployment, no journalist militarizes politics. Camera doesn't create injustice. They just reveal it. So journalist is a work of revealing the truth. We cannot sugarcoat where it's not sugarcoated. We cannot romanticize the killings of youths. We cannot romanticize the rigging of election. If you say journalists have to be patriotic, then patriotic to what? Patriotic to leaders, patriotic to the people, or patriotic to systems? Which, because some are saying, oh, Larry Madowo need to be patriotic, don't kiss Mzungus, what? What are we patriotic to? What do you want Larry Madowo to be patriotic to? Because true patriotism is not silence. True patriotism is correction. A dictator or a doctor who tells you the truth about your illness is not your enemy. A leader who attacks the diagonist is the enemy. Africa population is young, digitally aware, and we depend on this digital. And we are watching. On this digital, this is where we are watching how leaders respond to criticism and how power reacts to questions and how authority threatens truth. So every time a leader attacks a journalist, young Africans learn a lesson. They are afraid, and fear is not leadership. When society applauds leaders for attacking journalists, it sets a precedent. Today it's a reporter, tomorrow it's a student, next week is an activist, and next week it's you. Here as Neo Africa, I do not worship individual. We do not kneel before titles, and we do not fear uniform. Here in Neo Africa, we respect influence that serve people. We respect leadership that accept accountability. I respect power that listens. A confident leader does not fight journalists, but they fix the problems. The real question Africans must ask is not, was Larry right or wrong? The real question is, why does power feel so exposed by scrutiny? Strong nations welcome inspections, but weak systems fear light. A mature African state protects journalists. A mature African states encourage debates, separates military from politics, allow criticism without retaliation. And that is not Western ideology. That is African dignity. So if you want respect, build institutions. If you want respect, fix injustices. Trust your people. Your job is dangerous because it is important. Do not be reckless, but do not be silent. Africa needs truth more than comfort. Africans must stop choosing sides between leaders versus journalism and start choosing Africa. But what I'm seeing there, that is not good. Larry Madowo, I will side with Larry Madowo on this. He's not fighting Ugandans. He's not fighting Muhoozi. He's not fighting. It is Uganda government that is doing what it's doing. Larry Madowo did not switch off the internet. It is the government did. The people who have been killed is not Larry Madowo killed them. It is the government did that. We need to be realistic. We need to be realistic on this. Tell me what you think in the comment section there. Until next episode, peace out.